نحمده ونصلي ونسلم على رسوله الكريم أما بعد. Respected viewers and listeners, in our last clip or so, we spoke about the importance of staying away from despondency, negativity and despair, because this is not in keeping with the temperament of Islam, and always trying to be positive and look at the more optimistic version and be more productive and positive. We gave some examples and we will continue giving examples. Our beloved Nabi Karim Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam one day approached a person who was on the last stages of his life. And Nabi Karim Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam said, "How do you find yourself at this stage? What is your expectation? How do you look at the future from now onwards? You are leaving this world." And he said, "Ya Rasulullah, I'm afraid of my sins. I'm worried about my sins. But I have great hope in the mercy of Allah. Allah will inshallah forgive me." And Nabi Karim Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam smiled and was so happy. And Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam said, never does a person have these two attitudes at the time of his death. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala removes his fear and Allah ta'ala gives him what he expects and hopes for. Our ulama tell us that hope should prevail over fear at the latter stages of our life. This is another example of the positivity Islam has taught us. Continuing with this, Nabi Karim Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam has taught us that we must be productive right till the end of our life. Now, productivity doesn't come but by a positive attitude. Because when a person is overwhelmed by negativity, despair and despondency, part of the harm of it, he becomes less productive. He can't be productive because he is overwhelmed by despair and despondency. Now look at this beautiful hadith of Nabi Karim Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. إِذَا أَتَتْ أَحَدُكُمُ السَّاعَةِ فَلْيَغْرَسِ الْفَصِيلَ فَلْيَغْرِسْهَا. If any one of you comes at a time when he finds himself in such a situation that it's the end of time, he hears the trumpet of the day of Qiyamah and he is busy planting a seed, he should never ever say, "What's the use of me planting the seed? No one is going to benefit from it." Let him plant that seed. Even if it's on the eve, on the verge of Qiyamah, let him plant that seed. Let him be productive till the end of his life. That teaches us to be productive and to be positive right till the end. Our beloved Nabi Karim Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam also taught us positivity. Nabi Karim Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam many a times used to be faced with challenges. At the time when he was digging the trench, and digging the trench to protect himself from an enemy that he don't have resources to be able to repel. At such a time when Nabi Karim Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam is breaking a boulder, he sees sparks. He tells the Sahaba that, "Oh my Sahaba, I saw the treasures of the Roman, Persian and the Yemen Empire in the sparks." And you say, "Ya Allah, Sahaba didn't have enough food at that time when they were digging the trench." And yet Nabi Karim Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam is so positive that Nabi Karim Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam is telling them about future victories that will come the way of Islam. Nabi Karim Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam one day told the Sahaba at a time when they were facing difficulty, "But Allah, this deen of Islam is bound to triumph." At that time, Sahaba couldn't think about it because they were facing such challenges. That was how positive Nabi Karim Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam was. And that is one amongst many such teachings of Islam that teaches us positivity and to stay away from negativity, despondency and despair.